Okay, we can start with page 7, Refuge and Bodhicitta. In the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha, until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest. To aid all may I become Buddha. In the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha, until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest. To aid all may I become Buddha. In the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha, until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest. To aid all may I become Buddha. May all sentient beings have happiness and its causes. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all sentient beings never be parted from sorrowless bliss. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from bias, attachment, and hatred. To the founder, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings, to you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the glorious, conquer the subduer, the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. To the founder, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings, to you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the glorious, conquer the subduer, the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. To the founder, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings, to you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the glorious, conquer the subduer, the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. When, O Supreme, among humans you were born on this earth, you paced out 7 strides, then said, I am supreme in this world. To you who are wise then I prostrate. With pure bodies, forms supremely pure, wisdom ocean like a golden mountain, fame that blazes in the 3 worlds, winner of the best, Lord, to you I prostrate. With a supreme signs, face like spotless moon, color like gold, to you I prostrate. Dust free like you, the 3 worlds are not. Incomparably wise one, to you I prostrate. Savior having great compassion, the founder having all understanding, the field of merit with qualities like a vast ocean. To you, the one gone to thusness, I prostrate. The purity that frees one from attachment, the virtue that frees one from the lower realms, the one path, the sublime pure reality, to the Dharma that pacifies, I prostrate. Those who are liberated and who also show the path to liberation, the holy field qualified with realizations, who are devoted to the moral precepts, to you, the sublime community intending virtue, I prostrate. Homage to the Supreme Buddha, homage to the Dharma refuge, homage to the great Sangha, to all 3 ever devout homage. To all worthy of respect, bowing with bodies as many as all realms, atoms, and all aspects. With supreme faith I pay homage. Do not commit any non-virtuous actions. Perform only perfect virtuous actions. Subdue your mind thoroughly. This is the teaching of the Buddha. A star, a mirage, the flame of a lamp, an illusion, a drop of dew or a bubble, a dream, a flash, a lightning, a cloud. See conditioned things as such. Through these merits may sentient beings attain the rank of all-seeing, subdue the foe of faults, and be delivered from samsara's ocean, perturbed by the waves of aging, sickness, and death. From Tushita's hundreds of gods' protector's heart, to tip of this fresh, pure, white heap, curd-like cloud, O Losang Dragpa, Dharma's omniscient king, pray come to this place with your disciples. In space ahead, on lion throne, lotus and moon, venerable Guru, smile brightly with delight. Pray stay hundreds of eons to spread doctrine as supreme merit field for my mind of faith. Your wisdom mind sees full range of knowables. Your eloquent speech adorns fortunate ears. Your beauteous body, fame, glory, outstanding. Homage to you, worthwhile to think of, hear and see. Pleasant offerings of water, various flowers, fragrant incense like perfume, and so on. Oceans of offerings set out and envisioned, offered up to you, supreme field of merit, non-virtue committed with body, speech, and mind, which I have heaped up since beginning last time, especially what has contradicted three vows. Each I confess from my heart with strong regret. In time of strife you strove to learn and practice, shunned eight mundane concerns, made life essenceful. O protector from depths of our hearts, we rejoice in your powerful great deeds. Venerable Gurus from love and wisdom, clouds densely massed in your Dharmakaya sky, pray loose a rain of vast, profound Dharma on fields of disciples just as needed. May whatever virtue that I've here gathered bring benefit to all beings and doctrine, and may it make Venerable Losang Dragpa's essential teaching specially shine forever. Mig Tse Wer Ter Chen Chen Reizig Dream Kien Pei Wang Po Jam Pel Yang Du Pug Ma Lu Zon Tse Sang Wei Dak Gan Chen Ke Pei Tsu Gien Song Kappa Lo Sang Drag Pei Jabla So Wadep. O glorious and precious root Guru, pray take seat of lotus on my crown. caring for me with your great kindness. Bestow attainments of body, speech, and mind. O glorious and precious root Guru, pray take seat of lotus at my heart, caring for me with your great kindness. Bestow attainments common and supreme. O glorious and precious root Guru, pray take seat of lotus at my heart, caring for me with your great kindness, until supreme awakening remain steadfast. Homage to the exalted three jewels. Thus have I heard at one time the Blessed One was dwelling in Rajagriha on Vulture Mountain, together with a great assembly of monks and a great assembly of bodhisattvas. At that time the Blessed One was absorbed in the concentration of the countless aspects of phenomena called profound illumination. At that very time the Superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the Great Being, was looking perfectly at the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom, perfectly looking at the emptiness and inherent existence of the five aggregates also. Then, through the power of the Buddha, the Venerable Sariputra said to the Superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the Great Being, how should a child of lineage train and wish to gauge in the practice of profound perfection of wisdom? Thus he spoke, and the Superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the Great Being, replied to the Venerable Sariputra as follows. Sariputra, whichever son or daughter of the lineage wished to gauge in the practice of profound perfection of wisdom should look perfectly like this, subsequently looking perfectly and correctly at the emptiness and inherent existence of the five aggregates also. Form is empty, emptiness is form, emptiness is not other than form, form is not other than emptiness. In the same way, feeling, discrimination, composition of factors, and consciousness are empty. Sariputra, like this, all phenomena are empty, without characteristics. That is, they are not produced and do not cease. They have no defilement and no separation from defilement. They have no decrease and no increase. Therefore, Sariputra, in emptiness there is no form, no feeling, no discrimination, no composition of factors, no consciousness. There is no eye, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no visible form, no sound, no smell, taste, no object of touch, no mental phenomena. There is no I element and so forth up to no mind element, up to no element of mental consciousness. There is no ignorance and no cessation of ignorance, and so forth up to no aging and death, no cessation of aging and death. Likewise, there is no suffering, no origin, no cessation, no path, no exalted wisdom, no attainment, and also no non-attainment. Therefore, Sariputra, because there is no attainment, bodhisattvas rely on and abide in the perfection of wisdom, and because their minds have no obstructions, they have no fear. Passing utterly beyond error, they attain the final state beyond sorrow. All the Buddhas who reside in the three times by relying upon the perfection of wisdom become manifest, complete Buddhas in the state of unsurpassed, perfect, complete enlightenment. Therefore, the mantra of the perfection of wisdom, the mantra of great knowledge, the unsurpassed mantra, the equal to the unequaled mantra, the mantra that thoroughly pacifies all suffering, since it is not false, should be known as the truth. The mantra of the perfection of wisdom is proclaimed. Tayata gate gate paragate parasam gate bodhisoha. Sariputra, this is how a bodhisattva, a great being, should train in the profound perfection of wisdom. Then the Blessed One arose from that concentration and said to the Superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the Great Being, well said, O child of lineage, so it is. The profound perfection of wisdom should be practiced exactly as you have taught, and the Tathagatas will rejoice. When the Blessed One had said this, the Venerable Sariputra, the Superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the Great Being, and the entire assembly, as well as worldly beings, gods, humans, demigods, Gandharvas, and others, were filled with admiration and highly praised what had been spoken by the Blessed One. In the Holy Dakinis possessed a clairvoyance and miraculous power, unwaveringly caring for practitioners as your children. Homage to the host, three places Dakinis. Tayata Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasam Gate Bodhi Soha. Through the power of truth, exalt the three jewel speech. May all on the side of negativity, such as the four Maras, be stopped. May they become non-existent. May they become pacified. All enemies, obstructors, hindrances, Shanti, Kuriya, Soha. The 80,000 types of obstructors pacified, freed from adverse, harmful conditions. May all be conducive, perfect auspiciousness. Bring happiness and well-being here, right now. Sashi Puki Jug Shing Me Tog Tram Ri Rab Ling Ji Ni De Gyen Pa Di Sangye Jing Du Mig Te War Gi Dro Ku Nam Dag Jing La Chu Par Shug Jetsun Lama Dam Pa Kye Nam Ki Choku Kala Kien Se Trin Drigne Jitar Sampe Du Je Zidma La Jab Ge Chokyi Char Pa Wab Tu So Idam Guru Ratna Mandala Kam Niryatayami Chodam Tumdim Cham Nam La Jangcho Bardu Dagni Kapsuchi Daki Chunin Gita Samnagir Drola Penchir Sange Draparsho Chodam Tumdim Cham Nam La Jangcho Bardu Dagni Kapsuchi Daki Chunin Samnagir Drola Penchir Sange Draparsho Chodang Tumkim Cham Nam La Jangcho Bardu Dagni Kapsuchi Daki Chumnim Chumnam Chumnagir Drola Penchir Sange Draparsho.
Snow there? Snow? Not yet. Don't say that. Anyway, firstly, the Venerable is the APMD, the MIM, I say. IMI is the director of all the Sangha members, APMD. How many Sanghas in APMD are now? 300.
320.
Wow. He's the director. He's walking around to United States all the centers. to welcome to Kurukulla Center.
Thank you so much.
Thank you to visit us. Yeah, maybe they will meet you. Just I think you don't meet other people. That, yeah. Anyway, welcome to wonderful to. Wow, we have a lot of sanghas.
Yes.
How many geshes?
How many geshes? Geshes are most not members, most for the Western monks and nuns. But
Yeah,
I think in Lama's Okramicha is about 30, 80s or something.
No, look at the Western geshes.
Western geshes. We have in Nalanda one Western geshe, and then I think there's only 3, 4.
3, 4.
Yeah.
How many monks study in the geshe? Monks, nuns study in the geshe program.
I think in my house in India, there's especially there's I think 4 Americans. It's very very good, and then there's maybe 3, 4 others. Yeah, they study in Sera.
Yeah, yeah.
Program. Maybe there's 1, 2 somewhere in Dharamsala, which I don't know.
Any?
In the West, we cannot study Geshe degree yet, so we do basic program and master program, but that's the limit.
Is there any nuns to study geshe?
Yes, there has been one German.
One German nun.
In Geshima. I think there's a few others a bit they know very much, but really to do classic up to the Geshe, I don't know so much.
That's wonderful, yeah.
It's our dream in the West to have in the future also Geshe studies, but
Yeah.
it takes a long time.
I think it's good to, Western study Western monastery. Like same as Tibetan monastery, like that.
Yeah.
Like Koppen, like that kind of monastery. Study Western monastery, then like a Nalanda. How many Nalanda monasteries?
Now 30 months.
30 monks.
30, yeah. I think. And we have also lay students and then some local students. So I think totally 50 people study. 40, 50.
But Geshe in Jambel?
Yeah, Geshe Jankar and Geshe Gyaltsen. Geshe Gyaltsen is the standard teacher.
Okay.
Since 5 years.
Yes, yes. I know both.
You know?
Yeah, yeah. We all same place. Yeah, yeah,
Geshe Gyaltsen is very serious.
yeah.
Jampal is like humor.
Oh, really? Oh, Geshe Jetsun more serious?
Geshe Gyaltsen is very serious.
Yeah, yeah. Geshe Jambal is very like,
He likes to make jokes.
yeah, open.
He's also
I say, oh, Geshe Jetsun a little serious. Usually he's a little serious. He never smile.
yeah.
Yeah,
Balls are very smart. I think the monastery needs smart monks, otherwise there's no respect.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, wonderful. Maybe one day you become Geshe. Yeah, I say wonderful. Lama Sabarambache start to Lama Sabarambache, Lama Ishi start at PMD, then Lama Sabarambache. Now you have a lot of Western Sangha members also able to connect with the Buddha teaching. Through the PMD center, all the Tibetan, especially the Gelug monastery, is very connection with the Western people and the monasteries. And then, of course, Western people get a lot of benefits for the Tibetan teachers, also through the PMD with Lama Sabarambache and Lama Ishi. And also, Tibetan monasteries also get a lot of benefits for the financially. I always say, Lama Sabarambache start for the food for Sera Je. That time I was that. First we arrived there, 4 people's food. We have to, no, 1 person's food. We have to, 4 people have to eat. Like this much bread, we have to 4. But this much rice, not how much you want, not like buffet. This much rice, then we have to divide. In the like 90s. Before 90s, maybe more worst. Like I come 90s, very poor. Then I don't remember. Then one that started Rinpoche, I think once month food. Then done, I think, 4 times a month. Like they start, Wednesdays, I remember. Then the monks can very, they're very hungry, but they're not looking for all the food because they're very serious to study. But they say, okay, tomorrow is the Lama Sabaramiji food. We don't say food from Sera Je. We say Wasalarang. We say Wasalarang Sanagaro. Lama Wasas Lavrang house. We say tomorrow the Wasalarang food. Then everyone says we have to go puja. This food is very delicious. We vegetarian are very delicious. Before that also, monks not hard to survive there. There not enough food. Living conditions are very bad. Have you been, Sarah? When?
2 times.
When?
Last time, 4 years ago, 5 years ago.
Yeah. Right now it's a complete change. When I was come, like seems like right now your room here, like 4 monks sleep together. A lot of bed bugs. Anyway, but right now with a complete change, you can see like most 2 monks or 1 monk. Therefore, why I have to talk about this? From the APMD, support the monastery to the monks live, they're able to study monastery. Rinpoche start to, breakfast, lunch, dinner. And the food also not just, food is very good. You can eat much you want. Then also the living condition, then house, all the Geshes, Westerns have the connection through the APMD, Then, the Geshes come here, then they meet their friends, students, so they help for that, they build the buildings, right now, Sera. You had to go in Sera, right? You don't remember which way, all the different buildings. Therefore, this all things, kindness or for Rinpoche's some dedication. Therefore, Western people also get through the Rinpoche and Lama Yishin, Lama Rinpoche, get all the very scholar Geshes come there, they can get also Dharma. And also they're able to, one hand said they're able to get the more merit to support the monks. Therefore, monks also get more, living conditions, food conditions, everything's too much better than before. They're able to survive or they're able to study, finish. Therefore, they kind each other. Also, Rinpoche's, the Lama Yishin, Rinpoche's, like dedication, or they I don't know, very benefit for everywhere. Therefore, not even like Westerns, Buddhism come to Western maybe like 40, 50 years. Then they just start baby, then people interest to become monk and nun. Now we have about 300 monks and nuns. One hand they can also able to study, then they practice, which will enlightenment the one life. Even not, then they study, they teach for the Western people. Also good to Western people knows Western mind and how to teach. The Tibetan Geshe is a very scholar for the Buddhism idea, but they're not idea what Western people, personality or how they teach look. It's not work for Tibetan monk. Rinpoche is teaching for Tibetans and the Westerns. We have 2 different way. It doesn't work. You teach for Tibetan tradition way. The Westerns also not very interested, not very understand. Therefore, in the future maybe like 50, 30, 40 years, I'm sure more Western Geshes It's not necessary Geshe, more Western, more Sangha members to able to teach Western people. They can get more benefit. Like that. Therefore, this all to do for the APMG, the Rinpoche. He is also the one of the, hard working for the survive the monks, nuns, how to stop, how to support them. Therefore, it's wonderful. It's a great job. Thank you to support the monks, nuns. I hope maybe you can do also future the start to real Western monastery.
Geshe said one time Nalanda in France is the first one, and then well, due to the power of Dharma, not because he wants it, he said due to the power of Dharma, we'll go to many countries. There'll come Nalanda monasteries in the United States and many countries.
Yeah, it's possible.
We hope to contribute to that.
Yeah, therefore, it's wonderful. We're not like, we are here, the most complicated, difficult subject for the Prajnaparamita. This I always told the monks, their monasteries, stay like this 7 years. We just, once a week, only maybe 1 hour. It's not able to understand, but we just put inference. Therefore, not easy, but we just put inference. We are very fortunate like that. Okay? Okay, I think we do a little bit meditation as usual. I would like to everyone just sit and comfortable, much as you can. Visualization of front of you, Buddha Shakyamuni. As we see the statue, it's not statue, it's like a real living Buddha front of you, smiling face. Try to very, strong, take pictures or skin your mind Buddha's image. Then around Buddha also another Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, holy gurus, holy beings, like thousands of monks. They are all looking for us to smiling. Around us also all Mother Samchin beings. Then we wish to, or we request to Buddha, please blessing my body, speech, mind, to give me blessing. When you request, also good to we have to feel Buddha accept our request. After you request, the light, color the light, 5 different colors. The blessing come from Buddha's heart. This also seems all the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas. The light come to the Buddha's heart, hit your body. Purify all your negative karmas in your body, inside and outside. Same as when we take shower, soups come out, the black liquor, our negative karmas come out the body, go under the ground. Under the ground, open the Yama's mouth, who's looking the woman's life. Go his mouth. Also he close mouth. This is also he feel full what he looking for. To go away. Then now try to good warm feeling reach the all Mother Sentient beings. It's also same as you're feeling like that. Then you feel more happy, more peace, more relaxed. Because you did something to benefit. Okay, time to wake up. Anyway, always do like a little meditation every day, then become used to. Okay? Yeah. 아니다. 아니, 제다다 간소 아니 산지 좀 된데 아니 취지 보고 제트지 통기야 네 수드나 아니 배댕기 도지는 받은 게 돈지는 바니 스탄 남진 것도 주도기 왔어.
So we have been talking about all the teachings of the Buddha, the 84,000 hits of doctrine that Buddha taught. If we were to combine them, we can combine into these two teachings, the implicit teachings on the emptiness, and then the explicit teaching on emptiness, and implicit teaching on the method of bodhicitta.
드리다 다 강타를 안에 산지 좀 된데 그 송 아니 간줄 끝나라야. 이 지야만 이 준비도 손나라야. 아니 동반이 땡겨서 돈에 아니 티슈라야. 아니 저서 파시게 냠도 송샤요래. 달라 배댕기도 이런 발랍 되거.
And so, if we were to think about the teachings of the Buddha, like the Gangyur, or the translated teachings of the Buddha, or the Professional Wisdom Sutra, and there it explains explicitly or directly the teachings on emptiness, and then indirectly or implicitly it teaches about the bodhicitta.
와. 아니 다 되게 아니 배댕기도 저런 봤더니 아니 디 수사와 손 삼발아야 아니 되게 저와겠다 아니 다 아니 자가 아니 개발을 생겨도 뭐야 아니 말말 저 잠바고 뭐야 아니 대중도 도제에서도 소마이 버.
And so, like in the Professional Wisdom Sutra, it explicitly teaches about emptiness, and implicitly, or on bodhicitta, or like the teaching on the bodhicitta or method aspect, it's kind of hidden, so people don't understand that. And so, to make that clear, then Buddha Maitreya composed or taught this teaching, known as Ornament of Clear Realizations.
아니 대용다데 딱 효로가 지네 특제 마도 들은 모여 말텐데 예전이야 아니 까제다 제자마다가 제드시는 소마이 버.
So these teachings on the Ornament of Clear Realization, it's composed in a verse, like a stanza or verse form. So there's no long explanation. So it's all in stanza. So it's again difficult to understand. So it needs to have commentary on that. So anyway, so those teachings on Ornament of Clear Realization, that's all in a stanza form, and there are 8 chapters.
아니 디나네 장다 아니 쳔바스 조와지 저거 추거스 제자데 데버 다도 도치지나.
So the main subject matter of that teaching on Ornament of Clear Realization is the 3 novels for applications or preparations, and then the resultant truth body. So that those are the 8.
아 디나네야 아니 담본 쳔바스는데 아니 남체데 담보송 바이 버 텔라야 고바요 이래서.
And then among the 3 novels, the law of all aspect was explained first, and there's a reason for that.
아니 대잔 저거 아니 저거 버나 아니 다 가라고 아니 대중도 제 따발아야 냠내도 로조 제와는 레원데 되지요레스 아니 단 레원들 좋아셔가 좋아져야 제다 아니 담보 소마이 바로 남지.
So the purpose for teaching ornament on all of all aspects, the first beginning, is to generate delight in students for studying the ornament of clear realization. So he says, if you study ornament of clear realization, then this is the kind of result that you will be able to achieve. And so, so if you see the result, a great benefit, then you will strive to study. So for that purpose, all aspect was explained first.
아니 남바 탐진 진비 이시 있어야 돼. 아니 추탐 주도 뇌서도 또 배차니 남바 탐진 진비 이시 있어야 돼. 소마이 바.
So the knower of all aspects is an omniscient mind. So mind that knows everything that exists is known by that mind, and so therefore it's called knower of all aspects.
아니 추탐 중에서 맡아와야 나 동반 영에서 또 배차니 아니 람시 있어야 돼. 소마이 바.
So, so even though you don't realize all the phenomena, everything that exists, but because of realizing emptiness directly, therefore it's called the knower path.
아니 다 추탐 중에서야 맡아 동반 영에서야 맡아와야 나야 아니 남행에서 또봐 마타방에서 또 배차니 시시 있어야 돼. 소마이 바.
And then so even though you have not realized emptiness directly or all the phenomena directly, but for realizing selflessness or impermanence, and it's called the knower of the basis.
오케이. 근데 이다 telling 쳔바 숨세로와.
So those three are the three knowers.
단 쳔바 숨기 냠내데 공변 줘야다. 야만은 쳔바 숨데야 토비야. 근데게 제다다 유바시사 냠내 줘야 바로.
And then in order to achieve these three knowers or to improve the practice for achieving these three knowers, then I explain the four applications.
그러와. 다 근데게 아니 유바시데 냠내 채와야나. 아니 tar 남치 질라 템베게 아니 레부추가 토크레스 아니 레부추가 담아서 말.
So if you practice these four applications, and at the end you will achieve the resultant truth body. So therefore the resultant truth body was explained the last.
아니 다 나지기 아니 까젤이야. 야 아니 소소래야 아니 가실라 즉 저지 쭉 이제 쭉쭉 되는 전에 가지 야만아 아니 대네 다 그러고 요바스가 남는 제바도 돼 토해야겠지. 야만한테 공부는 줘야겠지. 야만나 안에 대지 냠래 세워요 제대야. 아니 지금 된도셔서 정말 바로.
And then again these the 8 categories or 8 chapters of the ornament of clear realization also is divided into many explain further many topics. Like some have 10 topics, some have 11, some have 9, some have 8, and so forth. So these are to make even more clear or to explain more on those applications and the knowers.
제다 따때 차사 냠래 로조 제다는 안에 80세대 장로다. 80 냠래 사와 인스.
And so if you have studied all those, then you have then achieved the perfection. This is the perfection of wisdom.
제다 단단 간도 내는 말로 제거라다 냠래 제스 간이 냠래 제거나 간이 제거나 저라 도마도 이나 인제 너조단다 람람다 로조도 싸워차대 요랬어.
So right now, when we're studying these texts, we don't know what to put into practice, right? So this just becomes like a regular study, but don't know how to put into practice. But this is the root of all those other practical teachings like Lamrim, mind training, and so forth.
제당 앞에나 제당 조세당 제마도 송강 용에 대 대가로당 가도 간지 사고 있는데 간지 쪼거나 하고 말아 다투키쪼 아니 지금 루야 강가로네 다 포반을 루야 걸어야 대용사 싸워서 피는 여러 봤어. 대도 직바차가.
So it's like a rice flour, that you buy from the grocery shop. You don't know, how to eat that. You don't know how to eat that. But then later you bring it home and then you cook it, and then you put it in a plate. Now it's ready to eat. Now it's ready. So the Lamrim teaching or the mind training teachings like that.
제 장가 오늘 시단에 비게네고 사야 요래 단단히 냠지 가는 것도 로조치야 요래. 정보를 미치고 송도 봤어. 아니 존나 아니 파신도 막 따위 갑라야 냠래래 저기적인 로고 요래스. ina ta nganzo samsam ta suina chibare nganzo chasala ya de lobjo chara chega mare ka lobjo chega de nyamne chara chega mar so.
And so, but without those raw materials or raw food from you won't be able to cook it, you won't be able to eat it, right? So in order to eat, you have to prepare the food, and to prepare it, you have to buy those food from the shop. So it depends on that. So you can't just eat it without going through that, right? And so you have to get it from there, and then so it's the same in the monasteries also. When you study these texts, these honors always mention that as you study, you should also apply it to practice. But this is difficult to find it because it's not ready to eat yet. So you have to cook and put it in a plate. So find it difficult to eat, difficult to practice. So this is the same with even in the monasteries. The monks, when they study, they mostly just study. They're hard to put into practice.
Also, Western people can eat the raw, right, without cook. Okay, then later what that day she done that lojong to that chi but also nganzo namju.
So that is one way of practicing.
That namju be nganzo nambe chu de chu ru chiwa na ani je dembani ani lam tapshi ni and ro kni sa jo ta do ti na de yo she ta.
So again, if we were to combine all the teachings in the Buddha, can be combined into this like two basis, the two truths, the two bases of truth, and the two, the paths of the method and wisdom, and then the two results of the truth body and the two bodies, the truth body and the form body.
제가 nganzo goya ga ta rewa to kare ani rewa kni de was kni to go yo re.
So the result that we want to achieve is the two bodies of the Buddha, right?
대 영화라 가르치고나 람 탑신이 냠네 제 go yo re.
And in order to achieve that, what do we have to do? And we have to practice the two method and wisdom.
다대 람 탑신이 냠네 제발라 아니 제데만이 따라 받고 그래.
And then in order to practice those two paths of method and wisdom, you have to depend on the two bases of the two truths.
Okay.
The conventional truth and ultimate truth.
제가 디나라 아니 사지가 주차가 안 되더다.
And so in this, all the teachings of the Buddha are included.
Okay. 제가 당간도 제 덴반이 되지 아보 자고고 그래서 빼나간도 칸바 빌딩 전부 지나 담보 먹이야. 주모나 마모티 기구 가와 임바 고카암치 가고 쳐도 때는 배고 대도 치 바랬어.
So first, to understand the basis, the true truth, just like when you are building a house, the foundation is very important. So before you can build this big building, you have to lay the foundation very well.
Okay. 그래서 제 덴반이 사진도 왔어. 근데 단 남배 주고 롬제다고 그랬어. 또도 세지로 와.
So the two truths, the basis, are like the foundation of all this teaching.
아니 다 대라체다 지금 전담바바 라므라지는 일로서 시탄담라 다도 시험하고 왔지. 당간도 사회찬에 시와이나. 단당 알아서려야 암조 코데야. 미가 나데야. 나가서 소데야. 안도 가마 아니 군도 돼 버렸어.
And so of course, the two truths, the conventional truth and ultimate truth, are explained in many different ways by different tenets or the schools of thought. But in general, like when we talk about conventional truths, everything that appears to us, that we see, that we smell, we taste, and so forth, are all conventional truths.
제가 알아서 소소지와 담아버려서 나도 소소지와 담아버려서.
So we are ordinary beings, right? Normal ordinary beings.
제가 안주 소소고 온봉의 영가라야 아니 나 대나와든 탤런트 탤런트네 레사 레들라테네 아니 인 동아데 진짜 매만야데 이거 봤어.
So as ordinary beings, we have these five senses, right? The five sense consciousness, to which perceives the five objects, five different objects, and from the way we perceive that object, then we create many different kind of actions because of perceiving in such a way, and we create many different kind of actions, and then as a result of those actions or karma, we experience all this the sufferings continuously.
Right? And also 아니 그러다 나와테 달라차치 and 단다 다테서베나 Lochoma, Amjola Shane, Packet, nothing to us. Not Darchado.
So like our ear consciousness is attached to beautiful or pleasant sounds, right, or music, and so therefore nowadays the young kids you see there with the headphones they're always like shaking their head and listening to music, walking like that. So that's because their ear consciousness is attached to music.
다나지 간도 아니 그렇다 왕시 미셰데 아니 지 딱걸로 아니 zula chachi ani zukde yabonde chigde yabonde pige kala yabonde pige kala tsuwando se ta kanji te changja tene ro de yerwas.
And then same with our eye consciousness. Eye consciousness sees the objects, right? The visual objects, and then when we see something nice, we attach to that. Something when we see something bad, then we feel aversion or angry towards it, and so forth. So this way, we create so many different kind of karma.
근데 지나서던데 네 미쳐 보면서 돌로 가가잖아요. 그런데 와서 깔라 가가잖아. 또 투유 가가잖는데 미시데 가로다 그게 수들 차와 대원경으로 와서.
So so all the lay people here, we all have different color clothes, right? Why do we all have different color? Because we each have different taste or interest or attachment.
단다 저도 내일 깔라치 디나로데 깔라치 깔라 가가래도.
And then you also have a different color of clothes with different colors. So the inside one is different color from the outside ones, right? You don't have the same color.
근데 산재 좀 된데 대 잡아도 오시 다 되는 거 아니다도 마음신 도와야 말 마음신.
So that's the reason why Buddha created this one cloth or one like a robe for the monks, so that you will not be attached to your clothes. So just like Geshe and Venerable, they have only one color.
쟤도 누구 내가 요래 왔어.
So there's a reason or point for that.
아니 가서 지나서 짜도 바꿔 오셔라데. 짜도 가 배고 올라오래서 좀 돼.
And then Buddha also said, to shave your head.
또 지나서도 개면다면 다대사야 안고라 까오시 마오시 세오시 장가시 대파트 아니 주도를 고무 숨자 시작되고 놓았어.
And so we don't see it here, but there are so many people who color their hair, right? Some color purple, some color orange, red, blue, like that. And then each time they dye their hair, they have to pay like what, $300, $400? Yeah. Yeah.
There's a haircut very expensive, right? 제장은 되지. 다 간서 여말 서서 산신도 딱딱 파 자신 개게 로소션 여말 산신 되게 제가 되녀라도 밤에서 바꿔 살세.
So Buddha Shakyamuni have removed that trouble for the monks and nuns. You don't have to do anything. You just go into the shower and into the bathroom and just shave yourself. No problem.
다 당기 저도 누가 라기마다 다 가서 미자 포몰라야 다 대상 가서 별도 개요말 다 저도 산신은 저도 비츠가 뭐 마모 나포 수보 또야 파 ramra 마모도 하세.
Not trying to criticize you. Lay people, when you go into their bathrooms and you find all these different colorful scents, right, perfumes, to spray to your body.
제가 산재 정도에 들어와서야 아니 주마도 좋고 말했어.
So therefore, Buddha Shakyamuni said, prevented from spraying perfumes on the body of monks and nuns.
제가 tunso 내가도 와. 제가 다 당가서도 응망가서 뭐도 그러 배도 도와나더니 여말 다 대상도 와라야 가보시가 마보시가 번다. because makeup 정도 마보시쇼다 직수 야대 봐주 야 직수 니슈.
And then like in Tibet, they never had it. Women never wear makeups, but here you have so many makeups, right? You put all these layers of makeups on your face.
But now you guys, that usually not, especially the younger generation right now, right? 제가 lumba데 캔다 쇼도. 미 마사 미 가세만 메이크업 제대로 거면 더 나도 못하고 싶더라고. 너라 미드 발루트나 지금 메이크업 제제 가이시가 그런 정도.
So usually, in like Nepal, India, Tibet, people find it embarrassing, to put a makeup in the public. But I guess here, people you see people doing that all, openly everywhere.
Yeah, we need to do that. Anyway, to Chisha Kanjera Nganaso, Zu, Da, Tro, Ro, Rejala, Chani, Titan, Korchi, and it Duma Dimachiba was.
And so, anyway, so to speak in short, so we are all attached to these, the forms and the sounds and smell and the taste, touch and so forth. And because of that, we create so many negative karmas, right?
And the Tig come upon the Tig and Java, the Sodoranian, and the Kadina Tamado.
And then we experience all these unpleasant results unceasingly.
Cheda Sanjum de Tindigi, Kundu de Minaja de Yabushigo, Elavardo.
And so therefore Buddha Shakyamuni said, we have to understand this conventional truth of the phenomena.
Cheda Karna Chiran na de the Chintoda Zumajaya Chiran Yomares. Telling truth there somewhere.
So what he's saying is that everything that appears to you is all false. Things do not exist the way they appear to you.
Cheda on a Tesigona, the Nata Matraba Tela Tedonda Balag, Tesia got them Papina Shingares.
So not existing the way it appears to us is the ultimate truth. Who have realized that is the superior beings, not the ordinary beings, the superior beings.
Tendegi Nata Matraba Tobelo Tela and any sharp lagares, Tommy Tobe Sharap, Tammy Tobe Sharap.
And so the mind that realizes the things do not exist in the way they appear to us is called the wisdom the mind, the wisdom realizing emptiness.
Okay. That Tendi the Yola Karjuna and the Sonamuto Sagores and another Yanadi Yamlet Kawa in the Jarsayor.
And then in order to be able to realize in the emptiness or to realize that things do not exist the way they appear to us, we have to accumulate merit. And so for that again Buddha has given this method for us to do practice to accumulate merit is the practice of the 7 limbs.
Oh, Tanaji Jimbato was over Lasoba and Shamani Shanchos to Gumatalani, Tapniam Nesa.
And then like that also practicing the generosity, morality, patience and generating compassion, loving kindness and so forth is all the practice of the method.
Okay, the Kudzub Dembe, Niluti Shivala Tene, and the Tapinam to Leongores.
And so by understanding, understanding the conventional truth, then you will be able to apply into the practice of method.
And the Tedon de Niluti Shivala and the Sharapinian Yongores.
And by understanding the ultimate truth, then you will be able to apply the practice of the wisdom.
And the Teni Yamle Chabala Tene, Nambi Jabot and the Karo. Much with you. Nambi Jabot and the Joe Nambai. David Johnson Parashat.
So with those, with the combination of those two practice, of the method and wisdom, then you have the two wings, just like the swan, that has the two wings, to fly, across the ocean of psychic existence.
Okay, that tea part in the Cardinal and Revokuni Tokorate.
And so if you go on the other side, with these two method and wisdom, what you achieve are the the bodies of the Buddha.
Tending Yamlebe Kaza, the Kaza, the Sa Jane of Kaza Telaya, Zukalagares, Kaza Tela.
So two resultant bodies of the Buddha, and so the person when he or she becomes a Buddha, so his or her body becomes the form body of the Buddha.
Ti Jichi and the Semgi, Yende Tuzulaya, and Zukinakaru, is Chukulagares.
And then, the realization or the knowledge, within the continuum of that person who has become Buddha is called the truth body.
Tendegi Chukudala Nyongres, Ishi Chukudan, and Monikni.
So, and then there are kind of truth body, and there are two. There's a nature truth body and wisdom truth body.
There is a Tiji Shiba Kaya Batala, a wisdom truth body, and a Megege, and a Tandege, Kudu them by what? The church had not noted. The Dukaji, Numo Pambe, Pambatala, and Monikalagas.
And so then, the wisdom truth body, is the knowledge, the realization within the continuum of the Buddha, and then the cessation, of seizing, all the delusions or the conventional truth, right, from the sentient being's time, and it's called that cessation is called the nature truth body.
What that Tindigi Kanza Tigi and the Zotiki Nabate, Kanji Tuki Nabate, and the Dizala Chudin Mayung with La, and the Tukulagares took.
And then, so that kind of Buddha, when he or she takes when he or she emanates as so and so to come down to the earth and to benefit sentient being, and that's called the emanation body.
Okay, 다때 단단 간조 배나 아니 주대 등에 다 야오람 보치 다 림보치 콘소트 다 간지 사지가 그 송송송 다 두고다 차다게 그랬어.
And so, for the example of that would be like His Holiness the Lama, Lama Zobo Rinpoche, who all represent the Buddha's body, speech, and mind. So there will be like the emanation body of the Buddha.
다야 당게 아니 꾸데 꾸시마치 그랬어. 롱고세지 연락 그랬어.
And then there's an enjoyment body.
아니 텐데데 아니 간조 통고 말했어. 간조 추시다라고 말했더라.
So the enjoyment body, of the Buddha is not, perceived by all ordinary beings.
그래서 아니 내대 오무도 보고 가나 유대요 그랬어. 코드도 샹스 봐봐 마시 요 말해.
So we will not be able to see or receive teaching from the enjoyment body of the Buddha, and because enjoyment body of the Buddha only resides in the Pure Land called Akarnishta Pure Land.
제다 네마이나 자게 자보 전부도 저거 나기 다 제메 아니 자보다 나로고 요보 요모 가시면서 미망 통고요 말다 된다고 그랬어.
So it's only perceived by the Arya beings, the superior beings, who have realized superior bodhisattvas. And so in India before, like there are like the queens, of the king cannot be seen by other people. Only king and some servants can see. So it's like that.
진짜 또번 도보면나 아니 상전 봐봐 마이나 아니 조건 가로 롱고산에 주시하라고 말해.
And so unless you are Arya Bodhisattva, you will not be able to receive teaching directly from the enjoyment body of the Buddha.
오케이. 다 강한테 가르잖아. 이제 덴바니 하고 왔지. 안에 되는 레버 람탑신이 냠내니 말어. 그러. 람탑신이 냠내지. 대화되는 안에 레버 아니 지수직근이 덮거래서 다 도도잖아.
So first you understand the true truths, the basis, and then practice the true method and wisdom, the path, and then through that, then you will achieve the true resultant body of the Buddha.
Okay, that's it. 다들 가도 노동으로 오셨다, yes. No, we're going, okay. We're going, okay. I just, okay. 다들은 냠내기 제단 콩으로 그냥 도수 용 거다.
So this is just to say how you can apply this into practice.
제단은 내 방법도 대변나 대도 손디 배나 대 가르고는 대만 대라샤 대체만 대라샤 시여로 왔다. 나간 트레다 샤르비게 뎁스.
And so when you have different topics, books on different topics, or this books on this topic, this books on this topic, so you can all separate like that. But what Geshe just explained is all mixed into one.
Okay, 제가 당간도 전에 급 주받더만이 냠도 lokshag인다스.
So now we're going to recite the.
다지죠다 기초죠만이 냠도 loksharawa.
And so now we're going to recite that the 주받더만이라.
주받더만이.
Recite the sixth and the seventh category. Okay, all of them. So the 13 topics of the serial application, in the context of the serial 3 types, 10 types, there are 13 topics that are serial application. The 6th beginning from the serial application of the perfection of generosity through the serial application of the perfection of wisdom, the serial application of the recollection of the Buddha, the serial application of the recollection of the Dharma, serial application of the recollection of the Sangha, recollection of morality, the serial application of the recollection of giving, the serial application of the recollection of the God, and the serial application of the entity of non-things. It is said those of generosity through wisdom, the collection of the Buddha, and so forth, and the entity of the lack of thingness of phenomena are asserted to be the serial activity. Its boundaries are that it exists from the Mahayana path of accumulation up to, but not including the end of the continuum of sentient beings. The 4 topics of the momentary application. in the context of the four types of manifest complete in the single moment, non-fully ripened momentary application. The definition of non-fully ripened momentary application is a bodhisattva's yoga that is a direct antidote to the knowledge obstruction in a manner of being enjoined with the wisdom such that when one uncontaminated and fully ripened quality is actualized, though similar in a type of exercise in the shortest moment in which the action is completed. Fully ripened momentary complication. The definite application is a bodhisattva's yoga that is a direct antidote to the knowledge of obstructions in a manner of being conjoined with the wisdom such that when one uncontaminated, fully ripened quality is actualized, those similar in type are also actualized in the shortest moment in which an action is completed. Momentary application without characteristics. The definition of the momentary application without characteristics are Bodhisattva's yoga that is a direct antidote to the knowledge of obstructions in a manner of being union with the wisdom directly realizing emptiness. Non-dual momentary application. The definition of non-dual momentary application is the Bodhisattva's yoga that is a direct antidote to the knowledge of obstructions in a manner of being conjoined with the wisdom directly realizing the emptiness of apprehended and apprehended being different substances. These four are mutually replaceable. The boundaries of non-dual applications are that it exists only at the end of the continuum of the sentient beings.
That's it. 제 장하다인데 다들 가르치려고 하고 단 내가 이와 담보들 이와 쪽섬도 왔어. 아니 파션 쪽이 지전 쪽 뒤질라 아니 굽들이야. 아니 mNgon이 다 좋아서 아니 지그잖아 아니 대창으로 그래서 쪽섬.
Okay, so the the 13 topics of the Sera application, right? So that's the sixth category, and that has 13 topics, and so that's like the 6 perfections and 6 recollections, and then at the end there's the application of the entity of non-things. So that makes it 13.
That's it. 다들 가리려고 그래서 나 가지 아니 제대로 넘발라 땜바 투비 셔터 아니 제대로 나바고 미 셔럽지 셈베기 다든지 시바지 잡고 간지 땜바 투블나 간지 샤조지 깨지면 통다 치려야 제대로 나바 자트 싸섬 고름 만두가 참마르바 따다 곰토바 용고 될 제도나 땜바 투블라 그래서 대 토베야게 쳇다 곰고 그래
가를 땜바 투고서
안 제대로 나바 제대로 자트 싸섬 이와 땜바 토블라나 샤조키지메 통다 찌려야 야드제 싸선데 고름 만주바 참 만주와지 아니 다 만주까지 곰탕이 시작하고 대 토소나 땜바 토블라 그래서.
And so the purpose of practicing these 13 the serial application, is to gain stability, and in the aspects of the 3 knowers, of the 3 knowers. There are like 173 like aspects of the 3 knowers. So when you have gain a stability in the aspects of the 3 knowers, that means like to be able to meditate on all these 173 and the serious because the number the 173 aspects without messing the sequence, or without missing any number. So when you're able to meditate, within a single moment time, then that means then you have achieved the stability, and with regards to the 173 aspects of the knowers, of the 3 knowers.
다 단다지나 배차잖아 내리고 그래. 그냥 지나서 샤조 깨지면 통다질라야 아리게 배차 고모자로 나질로 예실로 실로 나로 질로 근데 이걸 가려.
예, 로드에 말다.
로지.
당가요.
안데 당가도 전도 샤도 깨니부터 강가 고를 만도 담을 자셨던 막 딱딱한 소리 봤어. 근데 손 따스려 봤어.
그게 좀 찍스는 거 센터 자치더라.
센터 근데 질라야 기침을 좋죠. 근데 찍들라.
So that's like this moment, here in a single moment. The single moment is the 1/60th of snapping a finger. So how long does it the duration of your snapping finger? and that you divide into 60. And so the 1/60th of snapping a finger is called one moment here. And so within that one moment, being able to meditate on all 173 aspects of the three nodes is called having gained stability with regard to the 173 aspects of the all three nodes. And so like we have a money, right? We have different notes, like 100 notes, $100 note, and then what, $50 notes, and then what, $20, $10, $5, $2, no more maybe. Before used to be, right? The $1, and then what, you have a quarter, dime, nickel, and then penny. So all this, counting all this in one split second, 1/60th second. So then you have gained stability on that money. So just example like that.
Okay,
Will you be able to count all that? And 100 not. Well, how about can that appear in your mind? Can you have the idea in your mind about all this money, all these amounts?
Okay, then maybe other.
Second.
Okay.
Talking about just running through it with your mind.
Yeah,
Yes,
you run it through.
the
Yeah.
whole thing, yeah.
Okay, how many layers do you have? How many different layers?
How many layers of clothes you have? You're wearing now.
No, not here, and your closet. Can you?
More than that, right? More than 173.
No, kanji temba tola ido was. Kanji te bora mantuwa chi kanji tranga mantuwa. Sobda da chasang chikabo chik nabo se chasang tatalo chawa gogesar was.
So you be able to appear all that in your mind, like how many clothes you have in your closet. So you would be able to appear all that, without missing any, without making any mistakes. Be able to appear all that number of clothes in your mind within the split second, and that's called having gained stability.
Okay,
On
how
the
many
number of your
how many cricket you have?
Oh, that is easy.
Okay, 대다 대로 없나. 단 제대로 뭐 자기 썼으면 이거. 대라 된디 샤조 끼지면 도와주라. 딱그 반음이 어렸어. 반음 많죠 같이네. 된디 끼지 돌아 또 자동 로어 샤트이도나 아니 제대로 뭐 때만 또 보세요. 다대 토비하게 채도 공부 어렸어.
And so there's this, be able to appear all that, right? All that 173 aspects of the three nodes. And then there's a sequence, right? So which comes first and which comes later. So there's a correct sequence. So you have to go through that correct sequence, and without missing any of them. So when you have gained, when you're able to meditate on all that, within one split second, and then that means that you have gained stability, with regards to the aspects of the three nodes. And the purpose of meditating on all these 13 topics of the serial application is to gain that, to gain the stability in the aspects in the 173 aspects of the three nodes.
제다다 안에 텔라 파신 두고 냠래 우리 텔라 아니 지튼 두고 냠래. 아니 님의 오니 타바나 다 돈이 또 별로지 달랍도 요랬어.
And then so for that you have to engage in these practices, like there are 6 perfections, right? Practice of the 6 perfections and the practice of the 6 recollections, and on top of that then there's the entity of non-thing, which is like emptiness.
간지 지튼 세대 간지에게 이해도 때 맞아봐. 생고 숨바세도 고고.
So the recollection means to remember, right? To remember the object without forgetting it.
Okay? That's it. 다들 도긴 다시. Yes.
So what's the difference between recollection of morality and giving compared to application of perfection?
Perfection of giving?
Yeah, and morality. So 10, 11. So the perfection, generosity.
제사 안에 다 간지 짐바트 좀
Included in 1 to 6, and then
Yeah.
is recollection, morality, and giving in 10 and 11. How do they differ?
제다 단다데 지랑도 봐. 시당 파시 두 냠래 받지. 다 파시 두고 냠래 야 좀 맞아봐. 아니 그로 짐바 맞아봐. 된다고 그래. 간지 짐베 냠래도 맞아봐. 데려 뭐 저거 데려.
Right.
제다 안에 드럼도 와. 얘나야 가디에만 트르문 냠나데 맞제 봐봐. 아니 동화세대 아니 짐바도 그래. 아니 가리에만 짐베 냠나데 맞제 봐.
So yeah, so there's a practice of generosity, and then when you say recollection, okay, it means like not forgetting. So always remembering the practice of generosity.
배나 근데 고대원으로 올라가네 배나. 근데 딱 군조서 맞제 봐서 상지 맞제 봐, 추 맞제 봐, 근데 맞제 봐.
또 뭐라 세다 짐베 냠렌다다는데 짐베 가서 템바
이제 동화지 좀 봤어.
Just
제가 짐베 냠내서다 짐바 무수 좀 봤다 돼야지.
다 짐베 냠레 짐베 파징이 냠레다다 안에 짐베 가서 템바데다 가르쳐 버려요.
제가 짐베 템바데 짐방에서 맞다 와나 짐베 냠내도 맞아 봐고 그랬어 가지.
So in the practice of the serial application of recollection of giving, it's like you're always remembering the practice of giving, even though you're not actually giving, but always remembering the giving. Having the giving in your mind.
가지니 그대나 가지 짐베게 냠내도 잘못더라 고고 그랬어.
So even when you're sleeping, you should have the giving, the recollection of giving in the back of your mind.
아니 니 그대와나 니 그들 안 스트론데 와서 고고 그랬어.
And so even if you're falling asleep, at the time also having the recollection of the morality, the things to be observed.
단대가도 냠내라고 잡았는데 고고는 냠내서 아니 군조섬 맞아 봐지 고고 그랬어.
And then there's like also there's this recollection of the three jewels, right? Remembering the three jewels all the time.
가지 야 빼자는 자는데 다가 작은 말다 이나 딱 아주 냠내라 자는데 자 죽어 가지.
So it's not really mentioned here, but you can apply that practice of not forgetting or remembering the three jewels all the time.
단대 가르는 바나야 파신동안도 고고도 파신은 냠내가 단내도 가르래 가디 패나 다 바나 가디나 군조서 맞아 봐. 아니 지금 받으면서 봐도 맞아 봐서.
And so there's the practice of the sixth profession. On top of that, the not forgetting or recollecting or not forgetting the practice of the generosity, morality, and so forth.
배나 투점 지득점 만나 투점을 많이 받고 그래서 군대는 나가도 있어.
And so the recollection of the morality means like not degenerating the morality, not degenerating morality.
배나 내 다른 게 라이든 데는 도노 들런도 아니 투점지들 안에 투점을 많이 봐서 다 간지 투점 전고 그러 봤어.
So not degenerating morality, like this is mentioned in the sutra. Yeah, so when it says recollection of morality, that means not degenerating morality. So it means like having morality all the time.
다 나지가 아니
not having degenerated.
아니 다 동화지들 좀 봤나 안데 간지 심배대야 간지 많이 맞지 받고 그랬더라고 해서.
And same with the giving, recollection is giving, like the generosity, like the remembering, giving all the time.
다 된지기 아니 주니 된 냠서 야볼 나타와이나 아니 님행원지 아니 다지 줘봐서 다 도고래서 다 독대다 덴보도 도고래서.
And so if you were to be able to practice these 12 series properly, then at the end you will be able to achieve the entity of the non-things.
Okay? Yes.
With respect to Deborah's question, I had read in the commentary by Geshe Tenley that he actually uses a different, in the recollection of giving, it's the recollection of giving that involves virtue, and that's the example was given, for instance, if you raised pigs or something and you gave them a lot of food, but that was just to get them fat for slaughter, that's not virtuous giving. But also the knowledge of the practice of generosity as the perfection of generosity was with the knowledge of the three spheres as being empty of true existence. So that was the specific practice. Does that make sense?
Yeah. 드는 듯이 자유스러워.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's explanation like that too.
Yeah. 드는 냠내 자초를 간지 짐바 진짜 짐베제스 아니 라지마로 따베 고는 짐바.
So like when you practice the generosity, you can also practice generosity by applying these three spheres, like so what you give and to whom you give, and then yourself, the giver, all seeing all these three as being empty of existing from their own side.
제가 너도 성을 갈아야 안 돼서 라마 갈아야 파신 쪽이 냠랜데 집에 갈아야 같이 내만 맞으면 답이 그 냠내 제고 그래서 장자 좋았어.
And then also you can apply this, to the saying that when you practice the six perfections, you should practice them by not seeing them as existing from their own side.
오케이? 어디지? 다들 차인다.
Okay, that's all for these 13 topics of the serial application. Okay.
Okay.
Any more questions?
아니 다 산삼데 손원에 진행 할로나 진탈 요 말이 진행 가서 내도 뭐 말이세요.
And so it says that its boundary is that it exists from the path of accumulation up to, but not including the end of the continuum of sentient beings. So then it's at the end, of the continuum of the sentient beings, it doesn't exist. Just
Okay.
before that.
가는 네가 때만 맡아봐 투버시도 공부라. 아니 진다도 때만 투부고서 봐.
And so because this is practice, to achieve stability, right? That you have not achieved before. But at the end, of the continuum, you have already achieved, stability. So therefore, you don't need that.
Okay? Yes.
Is there, and forgive me if you already covered this, but is there a list of the 173 aspects of the three knowers?
Oh yeah.
Is it in this one?
Yeah.
Oh, it is, okay. I don't have, I haven't consulted it, so thank you.
Oh, you didn't study? You don't have the book? You have the
No.
book? Oh, sorry, Dad.
I haven't had
Yeah.
a chance to print it
Yeah.
either yet.
Everything is in the Google right now. Okay?
The list is in there?
Yes.
Yeah. Everything there, okay? Okay. 다 니바된다.
Okay, so the next one now, okay?
이것도
So
가려워.
the seventh. 깨지면 좋아. 털기 좋아. 다 깨지면 좋아.
샤드메 규주들 오케이? 다내 샤도 규지면 돈다 지라. 아니 제도 있는 바 자도 제도 찡는 셔봐이나. 아니 대다른데 바 샤도는 셔도 이거 그래서 다들 자고 이거 들어 봤어.
지금 모두 줘봐나?
찡는 셔봐나. 대다른데 바 샤도 공은 제동이.
대다 렉통 받대.
무슨 또 마.
대다 렉 못나?
다른 거는 제고에서 막 대체 제마다 넘버만 받아 넘버만 많이 막 가까 용도 와.
So again, now the next one, the four topics of the momentary application. Yeah, then the momentary application is that in a single split second, you are able to meditate on all the 173 aspects of the three knowers. So when you among the 173 aspects, if you meditate on one aspect, then you'll be able to aspect on everything that that is concordant with that. All other aspects that is concordant with that aspect.
간제 지금 전에 셴바소리야 덴덴데 카가다 뭐 왔다 내고 머천 너 보면 또 벌써 카가 신이 있고 그러다.
And so when you look at the one aspect, then you realize all the other aspects that is concordant with that. And so it's like you don't have to have a separate aspect to know different things. So like this is that, or this is man, this is woman, and so forth. So you don't need to have that. When you realize one, then you realize all others that's concordant with that.
아니 텔라야 넘버 많이 몇 개씩 보죠. 넘버 몇 개씩 보죠. 니세 몇 개씩 보죠. 선님 가로 선님 몇 개씩 보죠. 니세 몇 개씩 보죠. 시죠.
And then there's like the four topics, right? So the non-fully ripened momentary application, fully ripened momentary application without characteristics, and then the non-dual momentary application.
제가 다 가지 단데 셰당을 내 때인데 고 좀 들어와 가지 넘버 많이 봤어야 돼. 아니 배나 돈영에서 마토비 녜지 냠내 가인보다 넘버 많이 받으라고 누구세.
And so the non-fully ripened momentary application is any practice that's done before, prior to realizing emptiness.
그와 아니 산지들 말이야. 넘버 많이 받는 돈을 맞지비 지지. 근데 준수지 대비 주가인 봐. 가린 강사지
돈을 맞게.
돈을 맞는다 돈이 맞아 올라 줘라.
돈이 무슨 맞아?
돈이 아니 되는 넘버 많이 받라 그래서 아니 돈을 맞지비.
맞게?
넘버 많이 받는 돈을 맞지비 지지 준수지 대비 주진이 봐.
And so it's said in the text, that any phenomena that's cognized by the mind before achieving the path of seeing, which means before realizing emptiness directly.
다데 number mama be jasa chidan ramram de jata jindu charu kanje tonyo mato be kansa ga ji nyamle khayen badala ya tonyo ngesa mato be kansa ga ji nyamle khayen badala number mama mai be nyamle sa shi ja choji.
And so any kind of practice that is that's done before realizing emptiness directly, or before achieving the path of seeing, that would be like the non-fully ripened practices.
다 안에 tonyo ngesu topedan tono ne saje ge parji nyamle khayen badala number membe kichim jowas number mamba sa ji number mamba la do.
So all the practices, after having realized emptiness directly or having achieved the path of seeing all the way to the Buddhahood, is a fully ripened practice.
다 tonyo to be sharab khayen badala ani niseme be kichim jo man senyime be kichim jowas lo sharab khayen badala ani senyime be kichim jowas.
And then all the mind that realizes emptiness directly is called a momentary application without characteristic.
아니 니동에 돌로 그냥 니세미 백기지 좋아서.
And then the mind that realizes the non-duality, is the non-dual momentary application.
대지보 이 찬양이스. 사담진다 코나요스.
And these are all mutually inclusive.
사담진다 코나요스.
Right? Is that what it says?
I think it says it's the
Pervasive.
same boundary, so
Yeah.
that
They're all same. They are different names but same meaning. Therefore, all four all have the same meaning, and then the boundary of the essence that exists only at the end of the continuum of sentient being.
오케이.
Fully ripened and non-fully ripened.
제가 때때 ken다요도 되네. 간지 다 시단 넘버 뭐뭐도 되네 작은 왔는데 인사 말 시단 넘버 뭐말 갈라를 마음을 갈라나 돈이 마토비 강사 냠내다 넘버 마음만 받아. 또비 가지나 넘버 뭐발라 그래서 시단 넘버 뭐도 마음을 갈라서 돼 있어라고. 시단 넘버 뭐도 마음을 써야 돼. 다 네게 근데 샤도메 그 텐리게 샤도 주신 넘버 뭐 많이 비 주신 건데 세워 나서 다 미게 돈이 마토비 강사기 다 냠내 텐리 찡은 세바나 대대린데 받쳐서 다 코 돈이 돈도 코 돈이 못 되나 잡초면 자당은 세바나 넘버 뭐 많이 벌었어 다 비게 돈이 돈이 나다 코 돈자 되는데 들어 잡초면 로코라 말았어 로코라 이사 얘기면 요 말어.
So it's not talking about the mind itself. The mind itself is only at the end of the continuum of the sentient being, right? So there, of course, you have already realized emptiness directly, and so it's to say that not realize emptiness directly or before achieving path of seeing is not referring to the mind itself, not referring to the momentary application itself, but to the other objects, like So when you say, oh, somebody has realized emptiness directly, then you don't have to go, oh yeah, he has realized emptiness, she has realized emptiness. That person has realized emptiness directly. You don't have to go one by one. So when you know one, then you know all that who have realized emptiness directly. And then when you realize somebody who have not realized emptiness directly, who have not achieved the path of seeing yet, then you don't have to go, oh, he has not achieved. You don't have to go one by one. You just know everybody like that at the same time. So but it's all talking about the same mind at the end of the continuum, right? So therefore they all four are mutually inclusive.
Okay? Yes.
I don't, is that what that means? I think they have the same pervasion in that they exist at their boundary is the same, but it's not the same.
인참념이라서
Mutually.
시외 인참념.
인천이 있나이지 맨날 찬이 인천이 그랬어.
Yeah, and the mutually is pervasive means it's like mutually inclusive, but in a sense, like if these two are mutually inclusive, mutually pervasive, that means if it is this, it has to be this. If it is this, it has to be this. If this exists, that has to exist. If this doesn't exist, that doesn't exist. Like that.
제가 저도 인연한
So that means mutually inclusive. Same. 인참념스 눈에 던지시고.
그래 된줄도 그랬어. 이나이지 맨날 매체. 다가 도배전에 말하고 또 하시면 그런 오지는 지발했어.
So the only difference is from the part of the isolation. So from the part of the entity,
Yeah.
they're all same. From the part of the isolation, again, this is something different, right? So, it has a different meaning. So what does it mean by from the part of the isolation, So, but anyway, so from the part of the Geshe, so from the part of the isolation, there's a difference. But from the part of the entity, they're all same.
배단데라 무타바 라그리 시와 라그리 드제 라그리 이제 고치기로 was.
So like, you can call this thing, the cap, the lid of the cup, you can call it impermanent, product,
요와
because,
그까지 요와 랍쇼로 was. 간지 고 도바만 라고 말시다.
이거보다 그냥 되게 자초만.
모치기로 was. 알아. 제다. 이보 시와 무타바 세대 간지
So usually we'd say, like the product, the product, the thing, the functional thing, product, and impermanent, they're all mutually inclusive. So therefore, this lid is a product, is a impermanent, is a functional thing like that. So it's similar to saying that.
제다 안에 코란소 변나 다 이게 세상의 전에 고민 가져와 담아지 이제 고치 봐야 된다.
And so, but the reason for behind that, why is it called product and why is it called impermanent, is it different? Like because it's produced, therefore it's a product. Because it disintegrated moment by moment, therefore it's impermanent. Because it's a functioning thing, therefore it's called functional thing. Like that. So the from the isolation part, there's a difference, but from the entity part, it's all same.
Okay?
So the non-fully ripened is on this, you said from the path of seeing below. So that includes the 7 impure,
그러.
No.
No.
No, because what you're saying, I know that doesn't include seeing and below doesn't, but, so, on the 7 impure grounds, that's fully ripened. But it was the
Correct.
7th ground below.
돈이 것은 마도바디 마면버져라. number 마면버져. 돈이 것은 또 바디 number member.
넘버만 봐줘.
그래서 뭐라서는 다 마다 사도는 데는 number member라서.
예. 어디 자탄치 센티기 자탄치 요르스. 마다 섭데 mention라 아니 넘버 마만 봐도. 이제라 자탄 센티기 자탄치 요르다. 배제 중고 자탄 마.
So different texts have a different explanation about that. Maybe you have seen from different texts. Yeah, so there are in some texts it says below below the impure ground, and below the pure ground, is all fully non-fully ripened, and above the pure ground is all fully ripened. That's another explanation of that also.
대 자탄 센티기 자탄 이런 레시 센티.
So this is the Golden Rosary, eloquent speech on the Golden Rosary by Lama Tsongkhapa. There it explains like that.
아니 빠데 다웨기 잖아 아니 단다 사 대범만 제 가로 사 간다죠.
So the Chandrakriti's explanation, is like what Geshe talked about earlier, from before seeing the emptiness directly. Before seeing emptiness directly is non-fully ripened, and after having seen the emptiness directly, is a fully ripened.
제가 딱 가서 냠냠 고아로 샤바이나 간지다 뒷답대한도 없나. 돈요 마토베 강사들 남바만 받아. 동에들 남바만 발는데 셈나 고대도.
So for the practice purpose, for the purpose of the practice, if we say those who have realized emptiness directly, then it's a fully ripened. Those who have not realized emptiness directly, is non-fully ripened.
제가 안에 셈 돈요 도비 샤람 문 마마세 돈요 도비 샤람 마마르자.
So whether it's ripened or not, it depends on whether you have realized emptiness directly or not.
Okay. Good. Okay. Then finish that. 당가도 주말이야. 땜되게 제대 깝지와대. 저도 제가 살던 다샤.
Yeah. So in the next class, we'll talk about the resultant truth body, the 4 resultant truth bodies, and resultant bodies of the Buddha, for about half an hour, and then we'll stop there, and then we'll do the Tara Puja after that, right?
Okay. 까지 any questions? 다내 나중 자살한 가서 깝 나와 조파 덤바 쳤다고 말했어. 미세다고 말했어. 가왕은 드라드게 요 말했어. 사람들은 딱 말해.
So in like Sera Monastery, the monks will not really not study, they will not attend class for this. The 5th, 6th, 7th chapter, they will not attend the class. Of course, they can study on their own, but there's no class for that.
Yeah, that's interesting.
제대로 그 남지 가고 강가 야민 되다 집어집어로 차려 고 가가 지시라요 말이지.
Because it's not really separate, from what has been explained in other previous chapters.
가지 하모가 지금 미세게요 말이.
So there's nothing new to learn, and there's nothing new, that is explained there. It's all related with the earlier chapters.
닭갈리 카쇼 대치들했다. 값 시와들이다.
So the most difficult one, is the 4th chapter.
값 담보 니바 숨바 시와선도 빼야고 딱 그랬다. 때 로마몬 거지.
So the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th chapters are studied very well, and that takes many years. To
값
study.
제와도 대선 윤유지 딱 그래.
And the 8th chapter, is studied for very short time.
다들 디링 안도 되는 시다 값 덤바도 로면 시다 디나라다 산지gen 세나도 소 센서 무슨 지사니.
So in the 8th chapter, which we haven't gone through yet, but it talks about
로다
Buddhas.
덤바도 봐. 덤바도 로서라.
The Buddha.
대가 덤바도 로서라.
네.
대나 덤바도 나는 지다 산지gen 센서 소 그래서. 센서 무슨 지사니.
The Buddha.
로 덤바로.
The Buddha 요마.
덤바로 저로.
Given on.
만 제발 구셔송으로.
Kushina, the sense
알아요.
of the Kushina.
원래 오케이.
Sugunali Gora.
제자 제와대한 유님이 딱 말해. 주님이 딱 말해.
So yeah, there it talks about the Buddha's body, right? So 4 bodies: the form body, the emanation body, the enjoyment body, and talks about all the major and minor marks.
제가 대야 값 제와면 값 담보는 것도 값 제와 세대 남체다 그 세대기로 와. 다 이게 값 제와나 고체 제서 제원으로 얼마다 없이.
So the four bodies are not really explained in other chapters, right? More detailed explanation in the 8th chapter. So that's why we study a little bit on that one.
Okay? Yes.
According to this, is whether it's non-fully ripened or fully ripened, is it dependent on the object or the knower?
Object.
Object.
야. 그 돈이 마토베 지지 축하해 봐서 나그 object 거로 봐서.
So when it says have not realized emptiness directly, right? So it's talking about object.
똥에도 그 똥에 로데서 전달을 열어 봤어.
So the mind, the subject, which knows, is already on the end of the continuum. Yeah, is on the continuum. Yeah.
Okay? Any other questions? Okay, 다음에 다 산이 지나서 텐트 기브를 왔을 때네 나가도 맞샤. And I hope you have a good holiday tomorrow.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. To a little bit pray for all the Chokyis. I'm sure, we are attached to our tongue. Not just us, human beings. The touch for the tongue, taste. Then kid the, I'm sure 40, 50 million Chokyis. Purpose, yes, tomorrow. Today that good of them not just anyone was.
Yeah. So there's helps you to understand about the ultimate, the conventional truth.
제가 가서 단들라이 봐 가시 달라자 가시 달라자 가시 제들라 자네 제들라 가로 로 상원.
So yeah, so if you understand the conventional truth, then you can see that. But anyway, like we mentioned about, we are all attached to these 5 sense objects, right? So some we are attached to the visual objects, and to some to the sound, to the taste, to the sound, and to the smell, and so forth. And because of that, we create all these negative karmas.
니나 타콘 잠블리 시용 된 저거다 가서 대냐도 좋으면 대소리는 프로가 보지 않고 서서 두종을 해서.
And so, but this is how the world flows, right? So we have to go with that. Otherwise, we will become,
프로가보.
white crow. We'll become like a white crow. All the crows are black, right? So if you're just a white crow, then it'll be like separate from all other ones.
제가
Like a
그
black
밑에
sheep.
가까이 돈으로 들어왔어.
So we shouldn't be a white crow?
그래, 뭐지?
푸른 까부 자주 말았어.
다 보러가 오잖아. 대오셔요 말은 가서 보러 나보냐면 들고 들어왔어.
Yeah, you can be, but you will not be very comfortable. So you have to go with the group, with the black cross.
제가 지지밀에 대강에 영도 없나. 삼성 짬보는 것에서 개념도 볼거야. 나 차한테 또 맞아 남이 냠들어나. 차 맞아나 가 남이 죽으면 됐어. 대똥 오더라고 누워.
So like His Holiness mentioned, during the conferring of the lay vow, like there's 5 lay vows, right? So one of them is not drinking alcohol, Now some people say, yeah, I can stop drinking, but when I go out with the friends and families, I must drink. Otherwise, I'll be like
White cloth.
a white crow. I'll be separated from I will not fit into the group, So like that. So
제가 정말 lumbaji 살아왔어. 아니 자보 때부터 미마 삼아 녀대서 자보 주부 녀에서 말어. 아니 미마 삼에 자보 녀도서 자보서 미마 삼아 녀도 삼아서.
So there's a story like there was a country where everybody was mad, like crazy, and except the king. So the king thought everybody's crazy, and then all the people thought king was crazy.
제가 가서 제가 아니 코 미마 가는 코 쇼쇼들 만드나 보러가 보자는 그래.
So yeah, so wherever the public is going, so if you don't go with that, then you become a black sheep, white crow.
Isn't it kind of part of what we need to be practicing, that we know we're a white crow, but we have to blend in with the black crows, but we always keep in mind that we're the white crow?
Yeah, you can do like
Sort of
that.
a
Yeah,
secret white crow,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, that's good. Take it.
Like a
You can
secret
just
white crow.
you can
Yeah.
wear the black cross on the skin inside the white. You just go there.
But we know that we're the white crow and not the black crows.
Yeah. Anyway, 그래서 다 제대로 간지 수수고 아니 삼라 차바메 돈에 아니 대다 노셔나요. 된다고 말어.
I mean, isn't that the practice?
So yeah, if
Yeah.
you can engage in those activities, and of the black crows and white sheep, without attachment, then that's okay. Right?
You know.
Then you can blend it with other crows,
Right.
without
But
attachment.
they bring the Chokyi, they cook that. Wow, looks delicious. Before we eat, we have this strong touch, right? The Tibetan momo with the cooking momo, bring the momo. Wow, looks momo. Before you eat, you are really very strong attachment there. The Kadamba masters, when one time, I don't know which Kadamba master, remember? Then the poet come up with something.
the 탈락시는
가라주면 지금 가라 막히고다 다 들이 가라 야고 쉬운데 없어 뭐 싸고 삼대더라. 아니 가라 말면 이게 가라 딱 기용으로 심보 쉬운데서네. 아니 삼는 당한테 잡아줘서네. 아니 보아도 막 가면 아니 가서 안 당연 사사이지. 러버스.
So I don't know which Kadamba master it is, but there's a story that there was this Kadamba master, and then he was in the row with other monks, and they were pouring this food, and that smelled very delicious, and he was like so attached. Oh, that's so delicious! So I'm going to have so much of it like that. He's in his mind thinking. Then when it came to him, he realized that that was attachment, so I should not have that. And then he turned his ball upside down, and he said, "Oh, I already had it." So like that.
Yeah. Also, there one story, one family has that some monks go to some prayer someone's house. The family no one there. They usually the Tibetan tradition they have shy room, then other people room. The shy room they pray, shrine room pray, right? Then who someone is looking pray, then he saw something. He just this is a nice one. He's going to just say it. Then he hold the hand. He said, "Hey, tips coming, tips coming." The owner came. He said, "Tip." Then the owner said, "Where? Here." He's holding his hand. Yeah, those kind, the how you call it, the practitioner, they really catch the problem. Or he said, that for us, not like that, Therefore, we are just very skillful. But they say very skillful. Therefore, wearing the black clothes can go with them. Okay. Anyway, thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Page 39, Thanksgiving mandala offering. Sashi Puki Jukshing Me Tog Tramri Rabling Ji Ni De Gyen Padi Sam Jetsun Lame Kutse Rabten Chingnam Kartrinle Chokyi Padang Lobzang Tenpei Drone Me Sasung Gidro We Munsel Tag Tu Negyurchig Idam Guru Ratna Mandala Kam Niryatayami. Okay. From my two collections, vast is space that I've amassed from working with great effort at this practice for a great length of time. May I become the chief leading Buddha for all those whose minds' wisdom eye is blinded by ignorance. Even if I do not reach this state, may I be held in your loving compassion for all my lives, Manjushri. May I find the best and completed graded paths of the teachings. May I please all the Buddhas by practicing, using skillful means drawn by the strong force of compassion. May I clear the darkness for the minds of all beings with the points of the paths that I have discerned them. May I uphold the Buddha's teachings for a very long time, with my heart going out with great compassion, whatever direction the most precious teachings have not yet spread or once have spread have declined. May I reveal the treasure of happiness and aid. May the minds of all those for liberation be granted bounteous peace, and the Buddha's deeds be nourished for a long time. By even this graded course completed, due to the wondrous virtuous conduct of the Buddhas and their children, may all human and non-human beings who eliminate adversity and make things conducive for practicing the excellent paths never be parted in any of their lives from the purest path praised by the Buddhas. Whenever someone makes an effort to act in accordance with the tenfold Mahayana virtuous practices, may they always assist the only ones. May oceans of prosperity spread everywhere. In that snow mountain encircled land, source of every benefit and joy, may Lord Tenzin Gyatso Chenrezig remain in life till samsara's end. Now to page 49. You who uphold the subduer's moral way, who serve as the bountiful bearer of all, sustaining, preserving, and spreading Mandranath's victorious doctrine, who masterfully accomplishes magnificent purpose, Savior of myself and others, please, please, please live long. And prayer of dedication. Through this virtue may I swiftly, having gained Guru Buddha state, place each and every sentient being without exception in that state. Precious Supreme Bodhisattva,